Always a blessing to me that we should meet. I'd like to thank each in a seat and everybody on their feet. See, we didn't think we'd be doing this back in 2003, but hey, here we are on live stream Podbean. Let's hit it off like 80s melodies from Aretha Franklin and Tina T. All about that RESPECT that allows one to listen and the other to speak. If we seek, we can find the pod poet that's inside. But no matter how clever, you should remember not all poems come to rhyme. Some can be a full page or just a few chat lines. You may be grown or a child. You or I may have the words the divine uses to save lives. But however you spend your time right now, we are live. Welcome to the PodPoets Lounge, spoken word and poetry game show where we have fun celebrating poets. Thanks for joining us for another episode number 18. I am your host, Naquel. It is October 10th, 2020. And as always, you know it's all about the vibe. We got some fun trivia planned for you tonight. We have three broadly talented guests that are here to share a little bit of their time and space. We're looking at about a couple hours of time, and the space is mostly virtual at this point. But we are going to learn about them, what makes them so dope. So that means it's time to kick your feet up, get comfy if you haven't already done so. I asked some of y'all to get comfortable before we get started. So I hope you've done that, because we're going to stimulate your mind and relax it at the same time. Trust me on that. Last show, we had Mika J. Woods came through. She was actually our winner, along with Words of Mensa. If you're not already doing so, please check them out and follow them on Instagram. The winner of tonight's show is going to be featured in the November issue of the Ink magazine. Their writing is going to be showcased there in the Spilled Ink section in about a week or so. The October issue is going to be coming out, where you can check out Mika J. Wood's work alongside Kashima Amish, who came through and vibed with us during episode number 16. And remember that the PodPoets Lounge trivia Instaplay game on Instagram is available. It's actually up there right now. You can play the latest game from episode number 17. For this week, tonight's show is going to be there as well. So look out for that. Check back for that. And the Ink magazine, their issue for October is going to be coming up. So there's going to be a game for that as well. But like I said, you can check it out on IG. The link to the latest episode is always in the bio. And you can listen wherever you get your podcast. So if you don't already follow them, follow the Ink magazine for the hottest art, poetry, and spoken word content. So however and wherever you're listening to the program from, I want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please consider donating if you think the program is constructive. And I am ready to meet our guests. Yes, indeed. I've been waiting patiently for this day. We've been chilling in the group chat on Instagram, just vibing, getting ready for this special day. So a lot of excitement. So let's meet them. Let's meet our wonderful artists. Please welcome to the program, the real Clarity and Frederick. Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing?
Yo.
Can unmute. Give him time.
What's happening, people?
Hey, peace, bro.
What up?
Clarity in the building.
How y'all doing? It's an honor to be here, y'all.
Yes. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Appreciate it. So that's the voice of the real Clarity and Freddie Rock. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm very, very grateful for the acceptance of the invitation. Very excited to have you all here in the Pod Poets Lounge. It should be a lot of fun. It's usually quite simple. I just want us to relax, kick back, and just chill. How does that sound?
Sound
Beautiful.
good on
Good
the
to
top,
me.
man. Beautiful sound.
I can use
Right,
those
right,
things.
right.
That's why we're all here. That's what's up. So, one of my favorite things about the platform is bringing poets together for the first time. I think each of you know each other, though, right? Before um, appearing,
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just
just
yeah,
a little,
my
just
Right,
a little
yeah,
right.
lot.
my yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
one
so,
of them in here I might kind of know a little
oh,
something,
for
something
quite some
like a
time now.
decade plus.
Yeah. And the light skinned cool dude, I met him this year, Stacey Wise.
Yeah, otherwise in the building, bring a lot of
Yeah,
folks
man.
together.
Yeah.
That's
I
what's
didn't
up.
do that justice like Wise would do, but for those that know him, y'all can already
Yeah,
imagine it in your ear.
yeah, that's his
Yeah,
I see. Word, but I love bringing creatives together from different walks of life in a session like this, just to chill and vibe. So long awaited. It's been a minute. I know for some of you, depending on how active you've been and what you've been up to. I want to start our conversation off a little bit here with Clarity. Clarity, you are a dedicated educator, published author, you're a mentor and youth advocate, serious youth advocate, and spoken word artist. I hope that the day treated you well. How are you doing?
yeah. At this moment, I'm gonna say good. I'm gonna say good because I'm in this space with y'all and
Yeah.
listening to what he said. I'm like, oh, that's me. Okay, like it's been for those that rock with me, and I've been in touch with, especially throughout the past maybe week and a half. It's just been a heaviness. I will say that
Mhm.
that's all. But it's this
There's
is helping.
That's what's up. I really like to hear that. It really encourages me to obviously continue the platform, but just make sure that it has that component to it that was always a part of it, is for it to, at the end of the day, give something back. So that's what's up. Now, you started um, your poetry back like 14 years old, in your teens. Now, over the years, since then, you featured in several online and print publications like Poetica Magazine and Urban Times. You were recognized in 2014 at the National Poetry Awards, and you recently sat down with the legendary VJ Ralph McDaniels. So you staying busy.
A little bit, a little bit, a
Um,
little bit.
can you, for those who don't know, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us about Clarity and what's one of your favorite things about creating your art for people?
Hmm. Uh, so weird being on the other end of this a lot, and Real can attest to this, and Wise as well. Like I really do the background thing so much better than being uh, on the other side of this. So
Background thing. What's that?
I enjoy, I guess, maybe tying in the youth piece to it. I get more enjoyment and pleasure out of I like supporting and uplifting and like putting out there others.
I
I'll
got
put
you.
it like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm very much more comfortable with that.
Okay. So would that be the response to what's one of your favorite things about creating your art for people?
I guess yeah. In a nutshell, it's I realize. I mean, as time has gone on, that
Yeah.
it's sort of cliche that most artists say, but if they're really sincere, like about their craft and whatnot, you come to
Mhm.
find that the stuff that usually starts off as something started, that you're doing for you, like to get
Mhm.
out or
Yeah.
what have you, at least in my case. And those that I know really well, I know that's the case for them too. And then
Mhm.
somehow along the way, whenever you find that nerve and courage to like, all right, I'm gonna get out on a public platform, whatever that might be, of
Yes,
sharing it. When you see the response, you come to find that helping you was actually something, helping others. I'm in the
hmm,
process. Yeah.
indeed, very true. Um, do you have something that you can share with us now?
Ooh. Ooh, put me on this. Okay, I should have learned this from my years being around real. Okay, all right, sure. I will do a short one, I guess. Just the
Hmm,
climate and all going on right now. Maybe I'll do a little
okay,
mm. In fact, no, I changed. I'll do a different one to introduce
stay
the
ready.
moment with the family right here. Yeah. Real and wise may know this one. Familiar one. Why they rhyme. I did part of this actually answering something that Real did many, many, many years ago when we first
Mm,
connected on Facebook. Um,
all right.
why they rhyme. um, sometimes I rhyme when I write. Sometimes I want my words to sound alike. Like sometimes I become unaware the way that I listen and the way that I stare. It's not to compare, but to create and to share. Cause this be my art. This is expression. This is my life and freedom from your oppression or is it opinion? Because it seems as though everybody these days has one every now and again. Like I just try to get in where I fit in. Rap these sounds like a turban and make my vowels transcend the ghetto and urban. Go beyond the veil and remove the curtain. Verbally change despair to clarity, mentally change your hope into reality. Like I might snatch table scraps of grammar, English lit, trying, dying, trying to swallow all of it. I might process the flavor and digest the truth. Sometimes I spit it on paper or maybe the booth. Masters of our lyrical wordplay inspired by the silent pauses
Mm,
and what those say. I'm drawn to commas and spices and periods. I'm drawn to exclamation and parentheses for the emphasis on the serious. We are drawn to reach peace instead of confusion, questions before their conclusion. We be their artistic motivation, linguistic fascination of my brothers and sisters bringing forth quality not defined in that long or the short, but simply in our quantity. It's our
mm,
heritage. It's our oral tradition from Big Mama and her humping in the kitchen with her taking salad and collard greens, catfish, black eyed peas, butter biscuits, collard greens, double XL, the source, the vibe, the very substance keeping us, you, they, we alive. Assurance to us poets, confidence to know it. Because we be soul fighters, soul
mm.
writers, soul ciphers on fire when they spark, inspired to lead a mark or stain. Releasing our flows like rain, releasing these woes from pain, feeling bold in our space and time, feeling bold in our space to shine, feeling bold in our days and our moment to define the reason why I, they, we rhyme. Thank you.
Ooh, love it. Love it. So I felt that um, as a writer, performer. Um, yeah, there is definitely a purpose. And you don't always see it with everybody, but there's a purpose behind the pen. Um, I
Yeah.
like how you captured that with that piece.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dope, dope, dope. Thank you very much, Clarity. More later on.
Mhm.
Fred! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you. That was so rude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Fred,
here. What's up? What's up?
what's going on, brother?
Not much. Not much.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you accepting the invitation. You and I actually, this is our first time talking, pretty much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
those are the best conversations, man. Those are the best
right,
conversations. The best intros right there. So
word, man.
you don't know the person.
Yeah, and you just build naturally, organically.
Right.
But right off, man, you strike me as a really cool, down to earth brother. Um, and I could dig that, man. I'm very, very honored that you accepted the invite and came to the show. I appreciate it. Um, you are a writer, spoken word artist, and dedicated father of two. Um,
Yes, sir. My
so,
pride and joy, baby.
yes, sir, absolutely, man. I can relate. I'm a father of two myself. Now you have a boy and a girl, right?
A boy and a girl, yes. My son is 7, my daughter's 11. God help me.
7 and 11. Okay, I have a 5 and a 3. I'm not sure how much help I need from God, but
Are any of them girls? Are any of them girls?
yes, my daughter's.
You will need it. You will need it.
I can just imagine, man, because I know they're my heartbeat. That your children are the same for you. Um, you've been performing since spoken word since 2005. So
Yeah,
my
since
math
I was
is
like,
right. It's like 15 years, right? It's quite
yeah.
it's quite a minute, man. You've been doing your thing for some time. Um, let me just say, like, if introduce yourself as much as you can. Want to share to the folks who don't know you, and tell them a little bit about Fred, and then what's one of your favorite things about expressing your
Uh,
artistry for others.
my name is Frederick Phillips. No stage name, just my real name. I'm from Philadelphia. I've been doing spoken word since I was 15. My first experience with spoken word was Deaf Poetry Jam. And then my first real experience was a slam competition in which I got to compete against Joshua Bennett and Alicia Harris. If you don't know them, go ahead and YouTube them, and then you'll understand.
Mm,
It was like I went to church.
mm,
And I lied to you not. I do not say that lightly. It was like I went to church,
yeah,
and I was just dumbfounded and
yeah,
inspired by
mm,
what people had to say, and that is
mhm,
where my first true love of poetry and spoken word came from, and I
mm,
understood the power it had
mm.
from those two poets.
Indeed.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, my kids are my pride and joy. You know, I've been literally fighting for my life with those two. Unfortunately, I had
Mm,
the circumstances in which a lot of men have to go through.
mhm,
I consider myself an advocate for fathers and mothers
yeah.
when it comes to those instances in life. But yeah, you know, that's me. My kids are my pride and joy. My spoken word is my pride and joy.
Yes.
You don't hear me talk a lot about my children in my spoken word, but
Mhm,
it's only because it's difficult to put into words
mm,
what it is you feel for them. It really,
mhm,
and you know, I
mhm,
crap you not. It is very difficult.
mhm.
I've tried writing the happy poems about my
Yeah.
children, but it's so hard when they
Yeah.
evoke so much emotion out of me.
Mm, wow. I never thought about it like that. You there just could might just not be able to find the words. Like you feel it, you know it, it's tangible, it's real, but you might just not be able to find the words to
Right.
capture it. But nonetheless, man, you do capture things quite vividly, beautifully with your spoken word and with your poetry. Um, do you have something that you can share with us right now?
Yeah. So is it okay if I share like an intro piece? I like to give this to
Sure.
everyone who's listening, and then I'll go into my actual piece.
Absolutely.
But I want people to understand that your story is your own. But while your story is your own, your story might be someone else's, and it is
Facts.
important to share because you never know when you can make a difference.
Very true.
And this first, I guess this will be my intro piece, but it goes like this. What if you could save a life? What if I told you your pen was a syringe and in it was an infinite amount of hope? With each ball or note you wrote, you could evoke traction on the slippery slopes of suicide. What if I told you your pen was a knife? And each time you write, you could slice the nooses fashioned from ropes or belts. What if I told you your pen was ice and it could help to stop the swelling of memories' welts? What if I told you your pen was a mouth with taste buds for pain and you could swallow their pain and make it rain comfort?
Hmm.
What if I told you your pen is writing the same story as someone else who's afraid to seek help and is sitting in the crowd at a slam that you haven't signed up for? What if I told you your silence could kill someone? That
Wow.
the conversion of ink to sound should have been found by those ears, but they didn't get to hear your piece, and for that never found their peace. So they only felt that the only way they would be able to rest in their peace. What if I told you some heroes don't wear capes, they just wield pens?
Mm,
So that's my intro piece. I hope every single one of y'all share y'all story. It is important to someone out there. There's nothing more uh, gratifying and weightlifting, that weight on your shoulders, than to hear that someone's going through the same thing as you. And as most people feel today in today's climate, I'm going to share my favorite black piece, and which is everyone's favorite black piece from the people that have heard me. Um, and I hope y'all like it.
No doubt. That was very insightful. Mike is yours, bro.
Hope. For as long as we've been on this soil, hope has been dangled by ropes hanging from trees. I hope they call you murderer as much as they call us niggas. I hope every time someone calls, you suddenly can't breathe and have to take a knee to catch your breath, and it takes no less than 8 minutes and 46 seconds to not feel like death. I hope your children play with real guns, so you can feel how we feel when our kids play with toy ones. I hope every song you listen to has violin chords throughout the instrumental, so it's instrumental in bringing back the clap of the trigger that triggers tenacious ripping reels. I hope it feels so real the pain shoots through the skin on your back. I hope the black alley cats track your every move to remind you. Hope that one day you fear us like we feared you, and in the presence of our dark hues, you take flight, duck, dodge, dip, zag, and zig. The echoes of bullets from your own gun. I hope you run like your life depends on it. I hope your life depends on it. And when you run, you hit tall fences traced by barbed wire like a Maud when he jogged. And I hope when you yell for the guards, and when you yell for God, and when you yell for your mother, they fall silent and feel as helpless as George Floyd's mama. I hope I chants for the dead, trying to cries for your life. I hope no one sympathizes. I hope your apologies are never accepted. I hope your color one day becomes a weapon. Who am I kidding? I hope when you eat Skittles, you never get to die just because they exit from a wound in your chest. I hope for policy changes in heaven, and they make hate crimes equivalent to suicide, and you have to ride the rest of your dead lives in hell with your brothers. I hope you're as scared of wearing your badges. We are afraid to wear our color. I hope Buddhism is a part of God's plan. You come back as black, attached to be destined to an attack by the power of a badge and the hate of your skin. I hope you're pinned to the ground and the need of your back as an officer feels the need to grant you a bullet for being black. And I hope you make your departure, but you never make your train. I hope the city burns like California wildfires, and the smog colors the sky gray, and everyone has to scream, I can't breathe. I hope Freddie screams, how does it feel now, as he chooses to never rain dance on the clouds. I hope that before the bell tolls for your wedding, it tolls for your funeral, and you never get to make a wife a widow. I hope the sun's rays shards cut through your pigment, and the dried brooks of melanin leave your world colorless. I hope you go blind and black is the only fucking color you get to see. Oh, Sean Monterosa is the presiding judge, and he swings his hammer like a gavel to decide you're guilty without a deliberation by a jury of your peers. I hope. Equality is hope. And hope is a fucking joke. Our murders laugh at family gatherings while mothers, sisters, and brothers cry at funerals. The difference is they can have a flurry of family gatherings, but there's only so many kids we can bury. I know people who are poets that use the word genocide to describe these times, but hope has been the nooses that's kept them tied down or tied up the crux. So you and hope, sir, I'm gonna need you to relax. Nah, that our hope has only ended in more bullets and blood. That's the only hope we've ever fucking gotten, sir. Bang, nooses hang, hope bang, hope. That's that piece.
Wow. That's a powerful piece, man. Ooh, for me, that hit home in more ways than one. Very creative. Very creative, man. I don't even know what to say. It was dope. It was dope, man. You painted pictures for me, and you said some things that just resonated and kind of like narrowed. See if I can explain this. When you want, like when you push on something, the more surface area you make contact with, the less likely you are to penetrate it. But if you focus the energy on one single point, you'll have more of an impact, and that shit'll hurt more. I
Right.
feel like you touched on so many different things, but it came home with a very sharp point, and just it hit, man.
Right. Right.
I don't want to use the rest of the show to talk about your piece. I
Right.
just can't. It's just
Right.
not enough time. But
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
yeah, man, you packed a lot in there. You really packed a lot in there, and I appreciate that. It makes me want to hear it again and again. To
Right.
really, you
Appreciate
know what I mean, chew on that. Not just the things you said, but maybe even why you said some of the things. You know what I mean? I like it. My type of piece. Yes, yes.
it. Right.
Black
Appreciate
Alley Cat,
it.
follow you. I painted. It's a movie.
Right.
Man, bro.
Right.
Um,
Uh,
and then the cadence. Ooh, it was dope.
Yeah, you know what? When you and to everyone out there, when you write something you feel,
Yes.
it's always going to feel differently to someone. It's going to, and the difference in the pieces you feel is you evoke the emotion in which you wrote the piece. I tell people all the time, you know, sometimes we write old pieces and we go and we revisit those pieces,
Yeah.
and like there was one piece I recited, and I like suddenly broke down in tears like during the piece
Mm,
because
hmm.
I forgot the place and the space in which I wrote the piece.
Hmm.
And when you get to that point, then
Hmm.
you realize, oh, this is what I wrote this in. Because
Hmm.
sometimes you haven't recited it in so long.
Hmm.
And that piece, you know, for me at least,
Yeah.
it is, you know, for us, hope is a foregone conclusion.
Hmm.
You know, we've been looking at hope and we think it's there. But for me, again, you know, I don't speak for
Hmm.
anybody, but for me, you know, I thought
Yeah.
it was there, and it's
Yeah.
like we continue to end up in the same places in which we were already in.
Mm.
But I encourage everyone to write from the heart and write the pieces in which evoke the most emotion
Yes,
out of
sir.
you, because those are the pieces that are going to touch, and those are the pieces that people are going to hear, and
Hmm.
you're going to bring something out of those people, and that's, you know, that's the inspiration people need.
Absolutely, man. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Yes, yes. Another artist patiently waiting that knows about inspiring others is my dear brother, The Real. What is up, sir? Good evening.
What's going on with you, baby? How are you? What's going on, everybody?
Yo, vibing, man. Just vibing, bro. Thank you, Real. I really appreciate it, bro. It means a lot. Um, Now, I gotta kind of time how much I say about you because I can speak for a long time. 3 time self-published author, actor with an award-winning short and a full-length film on your resume, as well as other things. You are a host, a curator, a spoken word thriller, father, husband. I'm gonna just stop right there so that we can continue with the show, if that's okay. Is that
That's
okay?
fine. That's fine. After the intro you gave for the show, I'm good. You could have just said, "Here go real." All right, cool. I'm good.
Well, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very funny brother that's been doing it for quite some time. 20 years strong under your belt, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I started in 2000
Mm-hmm.
after denying the gift that was given to me for like a year.
Mm. And you embraced it. Now you're a real veteran that has not just, in my opinion, given back to the art form, spoken word, through your literary works and poetry, but also, countless dope performances, but also creating platforms to further the art as well. I want to thank you as well. I'm humbled that you accepted the invitation. And just tell me, how are you doing today?
Well, first, let me say thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
The respect goes both ways, and I'm good today. I'm in a great space. Just came
Hmm.
back. Me and the family took a little time in AC.
Nice.
So just getting back yesterday, but I'm good, man, and I'm happy. I'm here.
That's
I'm
what's
loving
up.
the vibe. You know what I mean? So
Peace.
yeah.
That's what's up, bro. I love that. Chilled with the fam today myself as well. And was definitely looking forward to tonight, for this vibe, for this moment. I want you to, if there's anything that I haven't said that you want to say, just on an introduction tip to folks? You can mention it now, but also tell them about your name, the real. Um, I kind of want to know the background behind that as well.
Okay.
And brother, you wear a lot of hats, man. How do you find time to balance it all so gracefully?
Okay, so I'll start with that question first. I find
Okay.
time because I learned at a young age, when it's something you love,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find the time to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
since I was before poetry, my thing has always been the people. Started off because before I got into poetry or anything, I was doing stand up, and that came
Okay.
from when I was a little dude. My mother, she had heart issues, but I learned that laughter
Mm.
can help the heart. So I would find
Ah,
different ways to make her laugh and stuff like that, and it just
okay.
went on with me, and I became, in every clique, there's that one person that's just a funny dude, and
Yeah.
that was me. So yeah. So then
Okay.
fast forward, my first job was Greater Brownsville Youth Council. I was a peer
Mm-hmm.
educator.
Mm-hmm.
We used improvisational theater to educate people on
Mm-hmm.
health and social issues. So, being that it's improv, you got to
Yeah.
go off the head.
Right.
Um, so that was that. And
Okay.
then it was
Start sharpening
two
the skills.
coworkers. Yeah, two coworkers I had that were
Mm-hmm.
into poetry.
Okay.
And when I first heard it, like most people, I was raised in the 80s during the crack era in Brooklyn. So
Mm-hmm.
poetry wasn't something I could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the poetry I heard was going back to Africa. I've never seen Africa, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I listened to them, and it
Yeah.
was like, yo, they're not talking that same stuff that I was hearing.
Yeah.
And then we went to a show in the Bronx, and
Yeah.
it was the first time I heard an erotic poem.
Okay.
And it was a female. She did a poem called The Job, and it was about giving head. And it was just the way she captivated the room. I was like, I
Yeah.
think I could do that.
Okay.
So then I wrote
Mhm.
my first poem, but I
Okay.
still didn't consider myself a poet
Mm-hmm.
until we went to an open mic they had in Harlem
Mm-hmm.
called The Hottest Poets.
Okay.
And they was like, yo, why don't you try entering? And I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't expect that. But the crazy thing was I won. And it was like, wow, it's
Hmm.
$30, but still, it's
Yeah.
like, yo, this is my first time out the gate. I won. And he was
Yeah.
like, oh, if you really want to test your skills, go to the New Eureka Poets Cafe. I went
Okay.
there and, did the same thing. But the name came about at Hottest Poets
Okay. Okay.
because I was standing outside and
Yeah.
I was talking with my friends. And anybody who knows me know I'm the same no matter where I'm at. Listen, I'm me.
Yeah.
So we're standing
Yeah.
outside, and this guy, he's out there, and he's talking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. He's referring to women as bitches, and all of that. But now when we
Mm-hmm.
go inside to start the show, his whole everything changed. Peace, sis. Peace, king.
Mm.
Ashe, and all this. And I'm
Mm.
like, yo, what the? This ain't the same dude that was outside. And so when you know what I'm saying. So when the host said, "Where you go by," I said the real, because that's how I keep it. But I wasn't even thinking. I was just still focused on this dude.
Okay.
So he got on stage and he was like, the real, because that's how he keep it. And I was like, well, you ain't have to say the last part. All right, whatever. And it just stuck. So ever
Oh,
since
okay.
then,
Okay.
yeah.
Ah, that's dope. Okay. Do you have something that you can share with us?
Of course, of course. Here we go. Exactly. Whose man is this? Exactly. From as far back as I can remember, nobody liked the nigga.
Hmm.
Not even the other niggas. When we were dragged and lynched, non niggas ain't even flinch. Some got dressed up in their Sunday's best just to see our bodies charred and
Mm.
lifeless. And as time went on, we began to sing a song. We shall overcome. Martin Luther King. Blah!
Mm.
We shall overcome. Marcus Garvey. Blah! We shall overcome.
Mm.
Click, click. Nigga, I need you to do this. Blah! It wasn't me. It was a white man. Malcolm X. We shall
Mm.
overcome. Plunges in his asses. The story is seen by the masses, but he's treated different because he's labeled an immigrant. Sean Bell doing what all men do the night before they say I do, just to have his life cut short. And more shocking odds, the cops get off with a slap on the wrist for the shit they did. But it's what they do. And what do? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. 41 shots, we overcame that. The Jenna 6, we overcame that. Emmett Till, we overcame that. I mean, Lincoln and Kennedy were friends of we, and we overcame that. I wonder if Big and Pop sung pop or rock, would their killers been caught? But because they represent that hood shit, nobody in power gave a shit. The demise of the Black Panthers, we overcame that. Rodney King, we didn't just overcome that. We even tried to get along. So now that it seems like the New Age thing is taking out our kids, our kings, and our queens, I mean, what's going to be the song? I mean, T.I. went to jail for buying guns. Lil Wayne went to jail for just having a gun. Michael Vick went to jail for killing a dog. Wake up, y'all. Wake up, y'all. Wake the fuck up, y'all. It's time to change the song before it's not enough left of us. Before there's not enough of us left to see. When we finally overcome, and that's that piece.
Appreciate that, real dope piece. Yes. I've heard that piece before, man, and I love that piece. Every time I hear it, it makes me think about No Sanctuary. That's a powerful book. Some like heart-wrenching images, but almost like necessary for you to understand the reality of where we at and what's going on. Appreciate that. Dope. I know too, like, you're on Instagram very vocal about your views, what you feel in terms of like the political climate right now, and just in essence what's the state of America. Often I see your commentary on that. How important is it to you to be that real, man?
It's funny because it's like I always say, I'm gonna stop, but I can't, and it's just in me. From young. Just the way I've always thought. I've always thought unity. I've always thought that if we stick together and we finally get it together, nobody can touch us, nobody can see us, nobody can deal with us. But we're so caught up in trying to be the better person and turning the cheek. You know, one of the things you always hear is, "Oh, what would?" So, it's like I need, I try to get across to people, because a lot of people, they'll see me and, I'm nowhere near what people look at as a poet. I remember walking into open mics and they're like, "Yo, what beat do you want to rap to?" So I always take it as I'm that poet that people don't look at. I represent the hood dude who may have feelings but just don't know how to express it. So a lot of times when I say what I say on social media, it's a thought, that I share because I'm just hoping that somebody will see it and be like, "Yo, I was feeling or thinking that same thing."
Yeah, that's very similar to what Fred was talking about earlier as well. Being
Yeah,
able to
Fred's the bro.
share, yeah, being open, and that takes courage. It takes bravery sometimes. Sometimes it's nothing for some people, but definitely you never know who sees it, who can relate, and who it can help. So I salute to you, man, for doing your thing, for staying true to yourself, and keeping it real. You're an inspiration to me, bro. With just how you go about what you do, and you stay creative. We've got new things coming up where you're again using your platform to have important conversations that need to be had, and we're going to talk about that. That's the Martin and
All right.
Malcolm experience, folks,
Yes. With my
on Zoom.
co-host Wise, who's in the building. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
co-host, the homie.
Yes. Thank you all so much for tuning in. So you all have more to share later on. If you're just tuning in, you are checking out the Pod Poets Lounge. Subscribe on YouTube and find us on Facebook at the Pod Poets Lounge there. Also, you can check out Knockwell Poetry as well. Listen where you get your podcasts. We are chilling live with some dope poets. The real Fred and Clarity are here with me right now. And it is game time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to get our game going. So, you guys ready?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how good I'm gonna do, but let's go.
Right. The same shit. Same shit.
All right,
Clary's
cool.
got the advantage because she's a school teacher, so
No.
yeah.
She might have
That's
an edge.
gonna be why I'm not gonna win. I told y'all my rule.
She got a 2 lap head start.
I already told y'all when I'm off the clock, it's she. I'm not
All right,
responsible.
let me explain the game to y'all. It is 7 categories to choose from tonight. The categories are going to be movie, which is Patterson, a 2016 film, the stuff folder, IG poet, word whiz, international, poets just scrambling, and quotes and more quotes. Here they are. Can you see them in the chat, y'all?
I see him. I see him.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the questions and the choices in the chat as we go through. The poets, they're gonna pick a category for me. I'll read and, like I said, share those questions. In the first round will be all group questions. So that means all the poets, you just lock in your choice and then tell me out loud, no particular order, what you think the answer is. And it'll be 1 point for correct answers. And the questions could be multiple choice or true or false. Sound good?
Sounds good. It sounds like I'm about to fail, but
I'm about to say,
Listen,
can I get a
I got my
lifeline? Like,
Thanos. I got my Thanos and my baby Yoda sitting right here with me. So
You think it's
my
gonna
dude.
help? Oh man. All right. So you know what? I think it's only right we start with a little
call
test
my
question.
cutthroat that's in here on her coming off her
Yeah, we
national
might have to.
recognition
Yeah.
for her teaching.
Call a friend, phone a friend. All right. So I
Yeah,
think it's only right we
I'm
start with a little
do that.
test question. We'll start with this one. It's a multiple choice,
Uh-oh.
and I'm going to post it in the chat and then read it out loud and just tell me what you think the answer is. Why
Oh,
couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Oh, this is actually a trivia at a school I was in one time. Oh my goodness.
I would go with B. It was too tired.
I'm gonna go
That's
with
why
C.
I'm,
It had
I'm
a
not
peg
even gonna
leg.
say nothing.
I'm going with C.
You know what? C is probably the right answer, but I'm
Nah,
still going with
it's
B.
B. Yeah, I'm not even going to participate because I feel like it's being unfair because I'm being honest and gonna tell on myself. Like I said, I remember using
All
this
right.
at school on the loudspeaker once.
See,
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
it's
for our
I
B.
test
told y'all she
question,
had a head start. I told you.
No,
our Fred locked in
I
B,
didn't know what it was gonna be.
Clarity said B, and we got C from
Yep.
Real. Okay. So this one is actually B.
Let's go.
God, Ink, what's
No,
up, bruh?
Ace.
Thank you so much for pulling up. The one and only creator of the Ink magazine is in the building. What is going on, brother?
What
Thank you
up?
for
What
coming
up?
through.
P.
Yes, you will be featured tonight, or a feature from tonight will be featured in the Ink magazine. So yeah. He's pulling up. He's pulling up. Always excited to see him come through. Yeah, just add to the vibe. So, test question out of the way. You did well. You did well for yourselves. Those points didn't count. Okay, Clarity. Okay, Fred. I
Yes,
know you felt
yes.
good about that one. I heard it. I felt it. I felt it too. But here we go. So let me pull up the categories. And I think we're going to start with Fred to tell us what
Uh-oh.
category. He's gonna choose from.
Oh,
So again, these ones are gonna be group questions. So, all right,
oh,
Fred, whenever you are ready.
Let's start the movie. You know why not? No, why not? I know very little about this movie, but let's go.
I like it. I like it. He's very like sure about where he wants to start. Okay. What type of pet does the main character have? Is it A,
oh shit.
a dog? Is it B, a cat? Is it C,
Hey,
a
hey,
koala?
baby, hey,
Okay, we've got A from Fred.
hey, baby, hey.
I'm gonna go with
Now we
D.
all answering?
Yep, you can all answer.
Oh.
Yep.
See, I told you, see, short bus moment. See. Okay, I guess okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it too. What the hell? No, wait, no.
A
In
koala,
support of
really?
my fur baby that's looking
Yes,
at
yes,
me
real. It's
downstairs. I'm gonna
possible.
change it to B. No, I'm changing to B.
Oh, I'm gonna go with D.
Yeah, I'm gonna change to
Okay,
B
we've got
just
D.
to make my
And
little cat feel nice.
okay, in clarity, you are going with you said B.
Yeah.
Cat. Okay. Well, congratulations to Fred. Nicely
Let's
done.
go.
You see? So, get it, friend.
He is on the board.
Oh.
All right, Clarity, you are up. Category, please.
Oh damn. Oh, see, I forgot. Okay, let me go back to the screen. You said oh, I
Movie
remember one. Word whiz. I was thinking or quotes. No, I'm gonna say word whiz.
Word Whiz. Okay,
Oh
it's a
damn.
good one. So this is a mix of poetry, writing, and spoken word terms, lingo, vocabulary, that sort of thing. So, first question for you, another group question. What is another word for abracadabra? Is it A, invocation? Is it B, inebriation? C, insatiable? Or D, indelible?
Oh damn. Can I phone a friend?
Ooh,
I'm gonna go with B.
That's what I said earlier.
Okay.
Barry, she in. I'm just gonna start copying off her
No.
paper.
So
I'm
I got
taking the
Yo,
play
you
out
gotta
of
help me
your
out.
playbook, bro. I'm taking something out his playbook. I'm like, let me just go with the. I mean, no, that was Fred. Like, fuck it, we
I
just
believe
go
it
with
was
the
A. I believe it was.
A.
Can you repeat the questions again though, or not the
yes.
question, the answers?
The answer short.
Why? I'm gonna
A
get you.
is invocation, B is inebriation, C is insatiable, and D is indelible. What is another word for abracadabra? 10 seconds.
I'm going. I'm going with A.
Oh
I'm
damn,
going with A.
the
As
I'm going with
time.
A. I'm going with A.
okay. Real, what was your answer?
I said B.
B is in boy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
As in I'm doing badly. That one. Yeah.
All right. This one is A. Invocation is the correct answer. All right.
You know what? Why? Fred, get off Google, bro.
Yeah, absolutely no Googling at all. Whoever is doing that, you
Right,
gotta
right.
stop right now, please.
This is the golden rule right here, baby.
All right. Okay,
Oh
Real,
my
you are
god, this
up.
is just like virtual teaching.
What category for you, sir?
Pick my weakness, real. Pick my weakness, baby.
Yeah, sorry. Black people get phone calls when you tell them don't call nobody. Sorry about that.
Oh my god. I ain't even gonna go there. Ooh.
Did you
I
pick?
saw some hosting flashbacks when he said that.
Did you pick a category, Real?
Oh.
I didn't hear.
Oh no. I'm going with quotes and more
Quotes and more quotes. Okay. So you've got to tell me, who the quote is from.
Okay.
So here we go.
Oh, I like this.
Another group question. Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility. Who said this?
Oh,
Was
shit.
it A, William Wordsworth, B, James Baldwin, C, Jill Scott in Red Toenail Polish on White Walls, or D,
I know it ain't
Kashima
that.
Amish?
Gotta
Baldwin,
be
baby. B.
B. I'm
Baldwin.
going with B.
Okay, and clarity? 10 seconds. Oh, okay.
Damn, I want to
Everybody
say
went with B here. Okay, sticking together. But unfortunately,
William
See that?
Wordsworth.
okay, you're not gonna get the point that way, Fred. But
No, I know we're all wrong. I'm like, is it William Wordsworth?
you're right. Yep.
Right, like I'm just saying.
I know it wasn't
I
Jill
just
Scott.
want to
That
throw
much
it
I
out
knew.
there.
That much I knew.
That's why I said I know which one it's not. That's what I'm like,
You
no,
know what it
I
is?
know that track verbatim.
Will's playing mental psychology and shit. He was like Baldwin. I'm like, all right, damn, all right. I don't think it's William Wordsworth now. I think it's Baldwin. I'm gonna go Baldwin.
I did the second
All
guess
right.
thing too. See,
That was a good.
we
I
was
think it
in the
was a good
same
guess,
boat,
though.
Fred.
All right, y'all. So that was that category came from Real. All right, Fred, you're up. Category for
Glad
you.
my grades didn't go in last week.
What category for you, Fred?
Oh, damn.
All right. What we had words was it again? Let's go to Patterson again. Let's do it. Let's just keep.
All right, let's do that. When the main character asked his fellow bus driver if everything was okay, he said all of the following except A, my child needs braces, B, my wife wants me to take her to Florida, C, I'm behind on the mortgage, or D, there is a strange rash on my foot, or E, all of the above. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds on this one. Clarity said, yeah, okay.
Damn, I wish I'd have seen it. I'm gonna go with C.
Okay, we got C from Real. Okay, Clarity got E. And Fred, what do you think?
Unfortunately, I gotta do it. I gotta go with E2.
Okay. So with this one, he actually had a rash. Or he didn't, have a rash on his foot.
Damn it.
But his child needed braces.
For that one,
His
but I
wife
know
wanted to
what
go to
this
Florida.
is. That's Honeymooners with Mike Epps and Said the Entertainer, right?
No.
That just sounds like something he would have said, I thought. Shit.
I felt like bus driver. I'm like rash. I'm like, I can see it.
Me too. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he said that. Yeah.
All right, Clarity.
I was making myself believe it. I was like, yeah.
You're up.
That.
What category for you, Clarity?
Damn.
How you feeling right now?
Glad it wasn't my grades that went in with the students last week. That's how I'm feeling. Shoot.
What category?
Woo.
What category are you gonna pick from? You are up.
Let's see what might be safe. What's left? Jeez. Hold on, because I want to actually look at what you said on the screen. Cause I know it's something else. I'm still thinking. Isn't it one we didn't touch yet, y'all?
Quotes and more quotes. We did. Word Whiz. International. We haven't done. IG Poet.
Yeah, that Word
Poet
Whiz
just
thing.
rambling.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Us, well, we didn't got that category going on right now. Shoot. Let's see. Damn, I know I'm gonna mess up with this saying IG Poet. I'm gonna step in something. Fuck it. All right, IG poet. Oh damn. It won't be about nobody that I follow or that I know. I'm gonna apologize in advance. Oh damn. Okay, IG poet. I think.
IG poet. All right, that's a good one. These are questions formulated around poets or poets posts, poetry events, etc., things like that from Instagram. All right, so I've got this one for you. Tell me which IG poet has a piece entitled
Oh, I see something.
Descriptive Instructions on their YouTube channel called Room Shakers. Is it A, Silent Poet?
Okay, this ain't
Is
even
it
fair.
B, I Am the Real? Is it C, God's Ink, spoken word? Who's in the building tonight? Once again, shout out. And is it D, Ishola the Poet?
You ain't even gotta finish talking. As soon as I saw it.
Okay, so you feel like you know this, huh? All right.
That's what I said at the beginning. I'm glad I led with that disclaimer. I'm very, very glad I led with that disclaimer.
I'm gonna go with B.
Oh, you feeling that?
Yeah.
Feeling B? Okay. All right, bro. And Fred?
Wait, who was B?
I Am the Real.
This is so this one of them little graded on a curve, cheap answer.
Right, what? I mean,
Right?
yo, Real about to get me into shenanigans.
That's why I said
what?
That's exactly why
Yeah,
I
10 more
said
seconds.
I led with my disclaimer first.
Okay, Fred. Are you locked in?
Yeah, I'm locked in, baby.
What answer did you say?
B.
Okay. Very nicely done. Yes. Okay.
That was so like not fair.
I'm so glad I know myself. Good Lord.
It wouldn't look good if you got
right.
that.
I'm
Got
so
that
glad I
wrong.
led with that. As soon
God
as he
thinks
started,
that,
before you
don't
even
pick me.
finished, I'm like,
Yes, that was
ain't nobody out
very
there.
big
Like
help.
I know it's Room Shakers. Come on.
all right. I feel like that question might have been a little bit of a giveaway.
Yay!
There was some
Glad I went with that.
poets to eliminate there.
Hey, let me live.
and another poet to really
let me
hone in
live,
on.
Naquan. Don't take my
Okay.
moment.
So how y'all feeling so far?
shine.
All right.
I'm feeling great. I think I got the lead. Do I have the lead?
I'm showing you in the lead. Absolutely. I'm showing you with 3 points. 2 points for clarity. And on the board, 1 point is the real.
1 point.
Yes.
Shout out to the point. That's right.
So we're doing all right. Moving along. Okay. So let's get one more question in before we wrap up this round. And I think that last one was from is that you, Clarity? I think you gave us that. Yep.
Yes,
okay, the real
that was for IG
category from you, sir.
Yeah. Technically.
Let's go international.
International. I like this category. Finish this line from Richard Scott, an English poet. He said, "Hope what is." I'm sorry. 1 second. Hope what is it? Be honest with me. Hope what is it? Be honest with me. You think it is desire, a want, a wasp fizzing. And I'm gonna post the answers choices here. I don't expect you to know this, but I still need you to finish the line. What did he say next?
Let's see. A wasp fizzing still yet again.
Is it A, a wasp fizzing still yet again? Or B, tell me to F off? Or C, are you sleeping at all? Or D, for a gap in the window? This might require some guessing.
I'm gonna go with D.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with D. A gap in the window. It just sounds
okay,
doesn't it?
I was saying, and I second guess from D. Now I'm be mad when he say D.
Go slow.
I'm gonna ride with my B. I'm gonna ride with my B. I'm a ride with my
Cat
B.
in
That's
the
all
So
right.
I've got B for clarity, and I've got Delta Delta for the other
Damn.
two. Is that correct?
Uh,
Yep, yep.
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, gentlemen. You are correct on
Let's
this.
mm-hmm.
Nicely done.
See that? See how y'all did me? See how y'all did me? Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna yeah, so we're gonna close that round right there. So it's 2 points for real, 2 points for clarity, and 4 points currently for Fred in the lead. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let the folks know that are listening in. You can, if you have any questions, can call in. If you have any questions for our guests, or maybe time permitting, it's kind of close on time right now, actually. But if you could share a short little something with us, maybe a 30 or 60-second piece, you're welcome to do so. If you have questions about the show, or if you're interested in sponsorship, you can email the PodPoets Lounge at gmail.com, or you can send a DM. So I wanted to get to know you guys a little bit more. Really enjoyed learning about you and the work that you do. Clarity, we touched on this a little bit earlier. Your youth nurturing with your mentorship and your counseling. You've worked with the YMCA in Virginia and organizations like Teens with a Purpose. Can you tell me what is one of the positive impacts you've directly seen through the work that you've been doing?
Um, hmm. I guess sort of fusing art into education. At least that's the approach I try to take.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I could say both, like in a professional
Mhm.
setting as well as artistically, effects that I've seen. Sort of using something very cliche, I guess educators do, but just seeing folks when they get like that
Yeah.
aha moment and the light bulb goes off. I really do enjoy seeing that with. And it's not just like with
Yeah.
students because I use that term sort of loosely. Students, for me at least, or my as a very depending on which place of employment I'm talking
Mhm.
about, can range anywhere from typical
Yeah.
child we're thinking about anywhere from like
Okay.
preschool range, high school, all the way up through post grads through
Okay.
22-year-olds I've taught. So it
Is
varies,
poetry
but the answer is still the same.
okay? Is poetry one of the main things that you use to bridge education with when it comes to that?
Believe it or not, no. Actually, I feel, well, let me take that back. Not in the sense of maybe what we think, sitting with
Hmm.
your
Yeah.
pen,
Yeah.
pencil, what have you, and
Yeah.
paper, but poetry, as the expression goes, in motion. You
Yes.
know what I mean? In other ways.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I do, but not always in this sense.
Got you. Understood. Um, okay. Do you have something else that you can share with us? Another piece?
I
Yeah.
do, but all right. If I'm gonna try to make my brothers proud. They done came with it. I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm trying to keep my voice and start playing the mic, and Fred just came through with the boom. Like soon as we got going, I'm like, boy,
That's kind of
damn.
how it happens here. I'm a
Okay. And
tell the
then
truth.
Real, of course, just did what Real does. So I'm like, oh, okay, see, me look like I
I don't know
belong
why
with
you're
the group right here.
doing yourself such a disservice. You are dope.
um,
And yeah, whatever you're about to come with, sister, Mike is
Right,
yours.
right. She's dope as
Yeah.
hell.
oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what he said. The 30. That's what messed me up because I do know what I wanted to say. I guess I'll save that for something else. Maybe I'll post it on my IG and just tag everybody. Alrighty. I'm gonna try to do a fusion of something right here. Just see where this
We're about to get
goes.
some more clarity. You see what I did there?
I
Wordplay,
peeped that.
wordplay, wordplay.
Interesting title there, real.
Yeah, well, you know.
Plug. All right. I'm gonna take a little play out of something that brother Fred did a minute ago. All right. Back in the days on the Boulevard of Linden, I used to dance routines just to get in where I fit in. It was like Mother May I, freeze tag, and hopscotch, playing That's My Car outside on the block. LA Gears, Reeboks, British Nikes. Had to check that style, so I switched to the Nikes. My Sassoon with Jordache jeans. Then when I fell into the Gap, kept my Met snapback, but when it didn't sit right, I copped that pinstripe
Mm.
with my golden door knockers nameplate on my fingers. High tops got faded and buzzed like a beeper. Took the Iron Stallion from Far Rock to Shaolin, clocked my style on that medallion and took my rope to the Cuban. I used to write rhymes and tinted out jetters and always hung with them go-getters and flow spitters.
Mm.
So for some, they thought they knew me. For some, maybe just slightly. Others more closely, like good people's my
Mm.
homies. My home B, that
Mm.
NYC, I rep that Q borough. A little BK and Staten Island on the low though. It ain't hard to tell. I rock well, rock bells like that good look seeing you throw back in gazelles. My circle never fails because we held from that empire, cross Greyhound trails from Tri-Cities,
Yes.
books that get thrown gritty. Because it is there where you can find the
Mm.
queen. The queen can be seen in the beauty of nature. The queen can be felt when the wind blows. The queen can be observed performing the gift of life.
Mm. Mm.
The queen is mighty among few or stand out among the crowds. The queen could be down or simply down the block around the way,
Word.
moving swiftly with careful steps while changing her environment. The queen nurtures the mind of her king and cultivates the soul of her young. Made of the ashes and dust of the earth, she hard rock, strong stone can't be broken because she holds her own. Like diamonds or rubies, the queen be that jewel. Though many seek to refine her,
Mm.
others try to define her, still society denies her. So instead, we settle for these cheap imitation man-made lab creations of gems while all the while she's been dwelling among
Mm.
them, laying among them, now buried
Mm.
among them. Shout out Breonna Taylor.
Mm.
Though many seem to refine her, others try to define her, but still society denies her justice, her due.
Mm.
Many seek to refine her, others try to define her. Still, now we fight as society still denies her.
Absolutely.
Again, the queen nurtures the mind of her king, cultivates the soul of her young, made of the ashes and
Mm.
dust of the earth. She be that hard rock, strong stone, can't be broken because she's learned to hold her own. So many seek to refine her, others try to define her, and society still denies her. Yet, queen,
Mm.
trying not to get
Mm.
emotional. Queen,
Come on, Phillips. You
Mhm.
got it. Come on,
settle
sis.
for. Thank you, bro. Thank
Mhm.
you, bro. So I was really gonna go with a different piece, but that society denies her. We settle for cheap
Yeah.
imitation, man-made lab creations, while all the while she was dwelling among them. Queen cannot be broken because she holds her own mind. Made of the ashes of the earth, yet more powerful than word, as strong rock. Hard stone can't be broken because she holds her own like diamonds and rubies. The queen is a jewel that many seek to refine her, others try to define her. Instead, society denies her. So instead, we settle for cheap imitation, man-made lab
Mm.
creations. When all the while the queen was dwelling among them, she is not bold, but she is proud. She's proud of her greatness, her legacy that tells of her greatness, manifesting through the heavens, ascended through the womb, knows all because
Mm.
she's been here before.
Mm.
Yet with each journey, she leaves behind something new and something wonderful, letting the world sleep while she made some 7,000 and thousands upon warriors. It's an odd, unique number. It's an odd number, so it's fair to say that from one many remain. But when you question her existence, rest assured that she is real. For the queen at the house is just with you. But if we blink too fast, we slink too fast, we don't stand up too
Mm.
fast, we don't protest too
Mm.
fast, we don't get justice due too fast, you might miss her. That's that piece.
Wow. Ooh, that's got some weight to it. Yeah. Feeling a little chill. Just gonna let that breathe a little bit. That's all right. Very, very heartfelt. Mm.
We love you, Clarity.
Woo.
I miss you, big bro. That's all I can
I
get
know.
out. I miss you. I
We gonna
miss my bro.
yeah, we
Yes.
gonna get up, get some chicken and some Kool-Aid and stuff and make fun of the white folks. But
That's him always making me laugh and smile, I
When you
swear.
need it the
Y'all don't
most.
understand. This is a
Oh,
moment.
that was
Yes,
so.
please.
That was dope, though. I like
You
it.
have history with people. It helps. That's all I gotta say. Real is one of those, and I'm gonna just go there, bro, and throw it out because I ain't know if maybe you would touch on it, but
Mhm.
real, it's just different. Like I say, I mean, everybody likes to throw that stuff out a lot. Oh, that's my piece.
Yeah.
We cool. It's my fan. No. Like, and why is you in there too? You already know that. Like that. This is my fam.
Yeah.
But real is like I'm telling you, this dude. When I say brother, I interchange between the A
Word
on the
wise.
end and the ER with this one
Yeah.
because real is that. Let
Ain't too many people
me
like that in
tell
the
you, and
world
he
of hip
don't get
hop.
his due a lot. Real is somebody. When I tell you, they literally we. It was like a routine. I'm telling just as much as you talk to like your significant other, your
Mhm.
kids, your spouse, this, that. Real and I, there was especially in the very beginning, chatted literally like every day. I'm talking about check in. Yo, sis, how you doing?
Mhm.
This somebody I laugh with,
Mhm.
cry, and when I say cry,
Mhm.
we unfortunately, I guess, are in the I call it the club that yet no one wants to be in, but yet you have to be among
Mhm.
to get it and understand of loss of a
Mhm.
parent, and particularly the matriarch of the
Mhm.
family. This is that brother. I'm telling you, like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave that right there.
That's love, man.
That's my brother right
That's a
there.
lot of what I'm hearing. Brotherhood, sisterhood,
That's that knows
connection.
where the
Black
bodies are
Flushy, cut
buried
that out.
person right there. That
I think it's beautiful, man.
You got me feeling like a Pepsi over here. Come on now.
Yeah, that's one of those, as you say, you know what I'm saying, they know the secret to know the bodies is buried type thing right there. I'm telling
that's
you,
what's up,
that's
man. This is
yeah.
way beyond poetry for y'all. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for reaching into yourself, Clarity, and sharing that piece. Clearly, it wasn't easy, but you really moved me. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it, and they appreciated it too as well. Like, yo, it's real. Your poems can make you cry. I actually had an experience on the program where I think it was yours truly. The brother brought me to tears, man. He performed the piece.
hmm
I'm pretty sure it was a true story based off a struggle that I think his mother or some female actually in his family, I believe, was dealing with.
Shout out to yours, by the way.
And
mm,
sorry, would you say,
I
Fred?
said, I said,
Fred.
shout out to yours. Shout out to
Word up,
yours truly.
word up. But it, his words, man. He's a powerful brother. Um, so it's just what it is, man. That's one of the reasons why we love what we do and do what we do, because it makes us feel something. So appreciate that. Um, Fred, I want to ask you a few questions, real quick.
Do you think? Do
Now,
you think? Do your worst. Do your
now
worst.
you're a twin, so I have a couple twin
Yes.
questions. Do you ever get bored of twin questions?
Okay.
Good
Nah,
answer. Good
never.
answer.
It's always fun. You
Good
say.
answer. Um,
And are you trying to pull a switcheroo on us now? Is this still you,
is
Fred?
it?
How do we
It
know
might
this is
not. It
you?
might not be. You never know. That's the great thing about it.
Um, can you
Hmm.
tell me what's one of your favorite memories together with your bro?
Oh, we have so many together. But the one my favorite is when people talk about twin telepathy,
Uh-huh.
and
Mm.
whether or not you can feel what your brother's feeling. And I will tell you this:
It's real.
yes, there's never been an instance in which I have never cried when my brother is
Mhm.
crying. But we were watching a home
Mm.
video. We were watching a home video, and the home video shows someone opening the screen
Mhm.
door, and I got hit in the head by the door. They didn't mean to; it was by
Dang.
mistake. And I didn't cry, but my brother started
Wow,
crying. And you watch the video, and he never
Mm.
was hit by the door,
that's great.
but he immediately started crying. Yeah,
That
it's
is
insane.
uncanny.
Yeah.
Um, we spoke a little bit earlier about how long you've been doing spoken word. How has your writing and your performing grown over that time?
Um. So originally, it's funny because I actually digressed, and not in the sense of my pen, but originally I started out
Hmm.
performing and I stopped.
Okay.
And I guess I would consider myself a decompressor.
Mm,
And I started writing to decompress a lot of. Uh, it was my new coping mechanism to deal with anything I was going through, and
okay.
that's what poetry became to
Ah.
me. Um, so my writing has grown, and I feel like it'll grow more now that I'm back into the swing of
Hmm.
things. But it actually
Okay.
hasn't. It's grown more since then because of maturity,
Okay.
because of um, just because of my perspective on
Right.
life and things like
Worldview.
that. But writing wise, I'm not entirely sure if it has grown that much, just because I started writing more for myself than I did for other people.
Okay. Um. Now we each have children under our care, and in some way or another, one of the things that I've heard said is that a child's inner voice speaks to them in the same tone that their caretaker speaks to them. So
Ooh.
I found it to be kind of truthful. Resonated with me. I don't know if you've heard the expression before, um, but when it comes to putting your voice to poems, how important is it for your inner voice to be speaking to you in the right tone?
It's very important. Again, I told everyone to write what you
Yeah.
feel. If my so I can tell you this right now. I have a lot of
Mm,
what my friends call dot dot dot
mm,
poems. They're basically unfinished
okay.
poems, but the reason they're unfinished is because my inner voice doesn't like forcing what is said.
Mm,
The poem needs to come across in a way that I feel is necessary to either evoke the emotions that I'm trying to
hmm.
evoke or speak about how I am feeling,
Okay.
and that's the important part of it. So that inner voice is very important when you're trying to write your piece, because if you're not listening to that inner voice, you're not listening to
Hmm.
yourself.
Hmm.
And for me, that's the important part, and that's really what makes your poetry different. Is your inner self. Your inner self experience the experiences. Your inner self, that's the one, talking to you when you're trying to get through it, whatever it is you're going through. You're trying to speak to yourself, the outside self, who is
Hmm.
like, oh, it's okay to write, this very
Hmm. Hmm.
cliche and very and no shade to
Right.
anyone, like rhymey
Hmm.
poetry. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And that's the important part, is sticking to your true
Hmm.
self, and that inner self, I believe, is your true self.
Mm. Well said. Do you have another piece that you can share with us?
I do. It's a nice little short piece, but here we
Okay.
go.
So translation, get the fire distinguisher, basically, because he's about yeah.
To black women who call us black kings, will you still voice our worth? When the blood dries on the pavement and the corpse decomposes beneath the dirt, will you still work to maintain our lineage? Or will our royalty be royally fucked forgotten when you call us fuckboys and proclaim niggas ain't shit, will your generalizations continue to routinely devalue the generations of black men?
Mhm.
How many bullets have to pierce black skin to bring you back then to tell us and remind us gold is worth less than melanin? I'm telling them melanin is worth more than gold. How old do the videos have to get before we're told or they scold black men for being broke? But what about your posts when black men been broke like whip the skin? Black men feel niggas like cattle been broke in. When your whips are as old as whips, they consider you broke and give you left eyes. Lack of TLC leaves us chilly
Mm.
because warm, dead black bodies just don't feel right. When the track of the protest ends, so does royalty and scrubs. Don't get no love. So much for I love you, Black King. Why is it melanin is worth more than gold all year round, but melanin loves melanin more when it's shot down in the midst of the protest now? Melanin skin shimmers like sunbeams off Cuban links.
Mm.
How does Black Death have the Midas touch, turning us niggas to kings? Wow. Niggas turn plantation owners kin to CEOs. Will I still be kin? Will you still check in
Ooh.
to see if I'm fine? Will you ask, are you okay, good brother? When the sun smiles throughout the horizon, when the social injustice wind chimes, no longer chime, no longer has the wind of our feet or picket signs, when the climate doesn't reek of social storms and the forecast trumps past racist reigns, will you still take the reins and speak for the famed face and answer he is not okay? Will you protect me even though the world doesn't neglect me at this moment? Or will you need them to grant you a moment of clarity? Will blood have to spill on the pavement? Must a body be lowered beneath the dirt for you to work on maintaining our lineage? Do not call me a king at the wake.
Listen, I gotta try this on my mic.
Damn, dog.
To the microphone.
Wicked.
I'm snapping into the mic.
Thanks, Fred. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Dope,
Yes,
dope,
sir.
dope.
We getting every bit of these snaps. We've been social quarantining. I ain't been nowhere to
Turn my
snap
finger
my
to a lighter.
all these overdue.
Spark some
Okay.
shit here.
He getting all these overdue snaps.
Nah,
Dang
that's
it.
dope, man. Absolutely dope.
Appreciate you.
Woo.
Yeah, no question. So real. Want to talk a little bit more with you, bro.
Yes, sir.
We have about another half hour left, so we'll see if we can get some more questions, get some more gameplay. Brother, again, you've been doing it for so long. You have 3 self-published works out there. Can you tell us succinctly about the books, where we can get them, and then also talk a little bit about that Malcolm and Martin experience, and what's going on with that?
All right, cool. So, my first book, which I don't, I don't count it as one of my published books because I was part of an anthology.
Okay.
Wordplay.
You don't say.
Shout out to KL Velvet, yes sir, me, Clarity, and a couple
Big
other people
dog.
in this book. And
Yeah.
after speaking with him,
And it is my
about,
profile pic.
Yep. And being after that book, I spoke to him about publishing.
Okay.
Because I used to see a lot of poets, at the shows, and they had their books and stuff. And he's like, it's not hard as long as you know what you want to write. So, being that I do, other things besides poetry, I have one book which is a poetry book, which is entitled, hold on, The Real Me, Part 1, The Poet.
Okay.
And it's a collection of stuff that I wrote that either I never performed or I just felt was a little too personal.
Yeah.
Because, I salute those poets who can, reach down and get really emotional. But for me, I don't like to go that deep because I don't have anyone that's going to bring me back. So I don't want to be walking around, in a funk, So I keep it light. But most of the poems in the book are very, they mean a lot to me. And then one of my favorite subjects is erotic poetry. So I wrote a book called Licorice.
And you're a dope erotica poet. Yeah, he's fire.
Appreciate it. Thank you. It's called Licorice, Episode 1, Submissions and Oral Fixation.
Yes.
And it's a collection of erotic poetry and short stories. And then my last one is a relationship book.
Which I love. I love that book.
Yeah, it was the first one I wrote, and I wrote it. I don't know if anybody knows or remembers Tiana Smalls, but she used to be on a show, What Chili Wants. She was supposed to be helping Chili find a man.
Okay.
It didn't work.
Okay.
But one day I met her after doing the film King of Paper Chase, and she had me
Whoop,
come
whoop.
down because
Plug that.
she had
Dope film, by the way, right?
Thank you. And I lived all the way to the end.
Okay. I was like, yes. Your grimy self in there.
Yeah, I was hostile. My mother told me
you was a little grimy.
Yeah. So I sat in on a relationship.
Yeah.
Because this guy, he wrote a book, and the book was supposed to be about why men cheat. And while the reasons he gave, I could see him. It was the way he gave.
Okay.
And it was just like, like it was fluff. And the person who was moderating, she asked me, she said, okay, we've heard all of these different types of men that cheat. Which one would you say you were? I said, depending on the female in the situation, I could have been all of them. So I went into it a little bit more. And afterwards, she was like, yo, you should think about writing a book. I didn't want to do a poetry book because a lot of poetry books and stuff like that. So I went with a relationship.
Okay.
But it's not standard because when I wrote it, this was around the time when Steve Harvey wrote
How to Think Like a
Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I felt like that book was a complete sellout. So, the title of the book is, and that's just why your ass is still single.
Realest
Yeah.
Yeah,
title
and it
ever.
speaks. Yeah, and it speaks
I
to,
was.
because we all had those people where you can give them suggestions like, "Yo, maybe you should do this," and they're like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
they
I'm
think
not
they
doing that."
already.
And that's why, what I mean. That's why you're still in that
Yeah.
situation. So,
Exactly.
right. So rather than talk about why men cheat or why women do this, it's more of a giving you the other
Hmm.
side.
Hmm.
Like we could easily say, "Oh, a man cheats because he's lacking something at home." But what is it that he's
Right.
lacking? No one talks
That's
about
what
that.
you talk about in
So I
that book.
spoke
Yeah,
about
yo.
that, things like that in the
Hmm.
book, and it's done pretty well.
Hmm.
I've had some people shoot at me. I had a woman ask me about the book, and I'm telling her about the book, and as soon as I told her the title, she got mad. Well, maybe I want to be by myself. I was like, "All right, sis, then I'm not writing the book for you."
It's like,
Um,
and again, that's why you're still
boom, boom. You know what I mean? So, and
okay.
and the one thing about me, what I learned at a young age to control as much of my stuff as I can.
Hmm.
So the only place you can get the books from is Amazon and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Dope,
yeah.
dope. I love that piece of material, bro. I think it's a great resource. Um, all right, and can you, real briefly, tell us a little bit about the Malcolm and Martin experience? Where to check that out?
Okay. So, all right. So the history on that. About maybe a year and a half ago, I wanted to do a podcast. Knowing my personality, I was only looking to do it with certain people. So my brother Wise, and we had another brother T.
Hmm.
T's off being a photographer. So when the whole pandemic happened, I was introduced to Zoom,
Hmm.
and I was talking with Wise, and I was talking about, I wanted to do something. He was like, "Well, let's do it."
Hmm.
So the idea behind the Martin and Malcolm experience is basically because if anybody knows Wise and know me,
Hmm.
while we are the same,
Hmm.
we have different perspectives on
Right.
certain things, and we can
Mm-hmm.
respectfully
Right.
discuss and debate them. So I wanted to take that, pretty much that mindset,
Hmm.
and bring it to topics that we as people of color are affected
Hmm.
or infected
Hmm.
by. So it's part
Yeah.
conversation. We have guests come up, we interview them, we talk about anything. We've done mental health, we've done
Lovely.
physical health, where we had people survive
Hmm.
cancer, kidney issues, things like that. Our next one is conversations with a queen,
Hmm.
which is this Monday, and we're talking with our beautiful black women about some of the things that they go
Yes.
through in
Yes.
life.
And what time is that?
Yeah,
Monday.
uh, 8 o'clock on Zoom Monday.
Make sure y'all check
Mm-hmm.
that out. Awesome, awesome program. I love what y'all are doing. Just put it like that. All right.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome.
Oh, and another thing we have, because poetry is in us. We also do an open mic after the conversations.
Yes.
So a show that starts at 8 o'clock, depending on how deep things go. I think the latest we went is 1 in the morning. Um, but nobody was tired. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it always is. When I pull up, the conversation's good. And even if I just see y'all perform, no offense to anybody, um,
Right, right.
it'll be something to see. So yeah, man, I love what y'all are doing. I wish y'all the best with that. Hope it continues to grow. All right, real. Do you got another piece you can share with us?
Yes, I do. Okay, so in 2018, Father's Day weekend, I had a heart attack, massive heart attack.
Wow,
Heart stopped 3 times. Thank God, Brookdale didn't go with their policy of only trying to revive a person twice.
wow.
So when I came to, a lot of things were different for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
The biggest being my
Mm-hmm. Like
family.
I wanted to kick
Um,
his booty too, because he ain't
yeah,
tell
yeah. People wanted
nobody
to take me
nothing
out.
and keep on touching.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it became family.
Yeah.
Like, because 2 weeks before my heart attack, I was really contemplating suicide,
Mm.
only because just the way life was going.
Again, I'm gonna
I just
kick
didn't
your
want to
butt.
be here. I didn't feel like no one was
Yeah.
here. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not until you're dying that you find out how much you want to live.
Shit.
Say that.
So,
Say that
right.
again.
So, things change. So I got a little bit more personal with my poetry. And so this piece here is one that I wrote for my son. I am a father of four, and I only have one king in my life. Um, so this is for him, and it's called Better Than Me.
All right.
When I look at you, I see your mother. That is until I move. Because when I move, you move. Yeah, just like that. Walking, talking, just like me. Even got a little pot belly, just like me. But let me say it from now, my son. I want you to be better than me. Now, I'm not saying that I was all that bad. I mean, there are some qualities that I possess that every man wishes he had. But there are some kinks in my armor. And if you don't believe it, just ask your mother. I'm sure that she would attest. If you take away my shortcomings, by far, I was the best. Be a man of your word. It's more important than you'll ever know. But keep your words to a minimum. Let your actions be what they respect and know. Never take advantage of the weak, because the strong lose power every day. And one day someone will shit on you, and, well, that's what you get, will be what people say. Never play with a woman's heart, because if she gives it to you, she's giving you all of her. And sooner or later, after so many fuck ups, your luck will run out, leaving you stuck, missing all of her. Never do anything if you don't give it your all. I mean, you're blessed to be the best, and others will pray and pray for your downfall. So make them hate how bright you shine, but respect your grind. See, you got to stay humble, my son, no matter what. That is the bottom line. Because once you get cocky, oh, trust me, you're going to get sloppy. You won't be able to see your enemies creeping up from behind. Now that I think about it, I bet that was the second to last thing that raced through Tony Montana's mind. Learn from your mistakes, not just how to get around them next time, but learn and understand the reaction to your actions. That way, doing the right thing will stay on your mind. You're going to slip. You're going to fall. You're going to cry. You're going to hurt. Go through it and get over it quickly. Because if you don't, you might get stuck on that island of self-pity. And nobody likes to live there. Now you have the blueprint, the same one I wish my father would have given me. But then again, I'm not like him. But you, you are like me. So remember, Malik, if it's up to me, you will be all I am and more. Yes, my son, you will be better than me.
Now I'm about to cry.
Is that end piece? Did I prematurely start yet?
No. Just in peace. I'm not one of those people. I just stop talking. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Exactly. I said it on the last one, listening to y'all, that piece. I'm like, I don't say that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm still.
You knew it was awkward when I said it. I was like, that's
I'm still learning things like poetry about poetry. So that, and that's that piece. It's a smooth thing. I like it, but I just forget sometimes. I'm like, that's it.
Like, I'm out.
It's funny, because I can relate, man. Even that's that piece is fairly new to me. I think I learned that this year. And even end piece, that was this year when I was on a radio show
too.
So I'm learning the etiquette too.
They started that shit during the live and shit. That's what it was. They started that shit during the live.
Well, it's catch it. It's caught on. Yo,
made me feel like I'm clearly out the loop. I ain't been sitting in on the youth slams and nothing in a minute.
Like I learned, you know what I learned this year? I learned what an afterpiece was.
Who said what?
Wow.
An afterpiece. I always called it. I wrote this inspired by what you wrote. But
same.
Same. I learned that it's called an
Yes.
afterpiece.
Shoot, I was
like, nigga, this got a name.
I'm hearing that.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, when I learned what a stanza was,
what you said.
Shit, I said it for a whole week. What?
It was like, nigga, what is it called? I called it inspired. Not masterpiece. I call it inspired.
Right. I call it a response to your shit. But we
that's what I was about to say, the response beat.
Man.
Like the who? Like what the hell when we do this?
They writing disc records now. They be like, that's that piece.
Times have changed. That's one thing that's constant.
Yeah, man.
One thing that's constant.
Unprecedented times, y'all. Unprecedented times.
Oh man. That was fantastic though, real. Thank you, bro. That one was like
Thank you.
a gentle poetic spear through my heart. You don't know how much that one
Oh wow.
resonated. Oh my God, I appreciated that. Um, so
Can you
that
repeat that? A gentle what? A gentle.
I was sitting
was
here
a
going.
Did y'all hear? I'm like,
a
oh
gentle
He
shit.
tried to
poetic
let this
spear
slip
through my
past.
heart.
I was over here like,
Um,
A gentle poetic spear. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I thought you was about to go into one because it
Right,
ain't
right.
like you short
Oh,
on the
I'm about to
bars.
write an
I was like,
afterpiece
oh, he
on that.
about to do
I'm about to write an
a
afterpiece on that.
response
Watch.
piece. Oh, the
Yep.
after piece, the after piece. Now I'm gonna do the after
oh
to
man.
the
Right.
to the piece.
So, folks, we are coming up on the end of our show, but we're gonna make sure we get some more trivia in. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get more poetry in, but we're gonna get some more poetry trivia in. And before we do that, just a real quick station ID again for those who are tuning in. Um, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Please stick around. You're listening to the Pod Poets Lounge. Smash the subscribe button on YouTube. I am here with the very funny Real, the brilliant Freddie Rock, and the phenomenal Clarity. They're hanging out tonight, 10-10, to see who wins. See what I did there? Yeah. I get my wordplay on here and there. Throw that in there. One of the things that I wanted to make sure I did tonight was to celebrate these poets. And one of the ways that we recently did that is through our partnership with MF Products UK, Mountain Forest Products. So if you are a coffee person that likes either instant coffee or ground coffee, or even coffee beans for your own, like do your own, like do it yourself type of coffee preparation, or some people bake with it, you've got to check out this company, our sponsor, Mountain Forest Products UK. We've partnered with an incredibly conscious company that sources one of the world's tastiest coffee beans directly from generations of farmers and families that have lived with the land in the Blue Mountain Hills of Jamaica for over 60 years. Coffee, to me, seems to go perfectly with writing poetry or spearmint tea. But with this beautiful fusion, we know a lot of people enjoy a beverage when they're writing and creating amazing stories and putting powerful words together. We wanted to team up and honor our poets, especially from a platform like this, to offer everyone a little special. They have a discount going on right now, inspired by the PodPoets Lounge. That'll give you 15% off when you place your order at mfproducts.co.uk. Check them out there. And also, please check them out online on Instagram at MF Products UK on IG. So the code is Poet30 for those who want to go ahead and place their order, and you will get a 15% discount. So yes. Very excited about that. Yeah, big things
And
happening.
congrats.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice.
Excited about the future and just future relationships with the platform to continue to celebrate our poets. And so, yeah, the final round that I think we're going to get in is about to get started. So let's do it. In this round, we're going to mix it up a little bit. So some of the questions are going to be individual and some are going to be group questions. And that's it. Let's get right into it. Kind of on a little bit of time crunch. And I'm going to time y'all on these questions, if I remember. Let's see if we could do maybe 30 seconds so we can get maximize the time and get as much questions as we can in before we continue. So, Fred leading the scoreboard currently. 4 points. With 4 points.
Larry,
2.
I don't mean to
Tied
toot my
with
own
Real.
horn, but 2-2.
It was like, well,
All right, let's go ahead and get started. The Real, you are gonna pick our first category in this round, and this is just gonna be for you. This is a single question for you. What category for you, bro?
I'm gonna go with quotes and more quotes again. I'm gonna go there, man. I'm gonna go back to that.
All right, you got it. So the quote is: poetry is ordinary language raised to the nth power. Poetry is um, bonded with ideas, nerves, and blooded with emotions, all held together by the delicate touch. The delicate, tough skin of words. Bring this a little bit closer. So, who said this? Real? Was it A? You see the quote in the chat, right? All right.
Yep.
So, was this A, Birdman in his latest scrapbook called Respect on It? Or was it B, Langston Hughes? Or was it C, Paul Engel? Or was it D, Shakespeare?
All right. I was always taught when you're taking the test, if you don't know, go with C. So I'm gonna go with C. Paul Engel.
Unfortunately,
Langston, baby.
this one is Shakespeare.
Oh shit, I'm wrong.
Oh wow! And they did say he's a black man. My fault. Damn. Sorry.
All right, Clarity. Clarity, you are up. And you're going to pick the category, but this is going to be a group question. So everyone can answer. There's a chance to win.
Okay.
What category for you, my dear?
Okay, help me out, y'all. Okay, I done lost already. Is this? Did you give us different choices?
No, they're the
Wait a
same.
minute.
Quotes and more quotes. Poet scrambling.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
IG poet. The stuff folder. Word whiz and the movie.
Oh, damn! It was a lot we didn't pick. Okay. Damn. Oh shoot! Because I was so listening to yours with him. I was like, wait a minute. Was this a different round? Is this, damn it. The quote. Whatever.
Huh?
Yeah.
Quotes, more quotes. Okay. All right, you got it. Here we go. The quote is, "He who draws noble delights from sentiments of poetry is a true poet, though he has never written a line in all his life." This is a group question. Who do you think said this?
I'm gonna say D.
Okay, we've got
y'all.
D.
What y'all think? Wait a minute, let me backspace.
Yeah, I was thinking D.
What y'all think?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was doing the process of elimination.
Okay, and Fred?
What we thinking, Fred? Where we at? Before I click the button.
I'm thinking D.
Okay, so we're gonna press the button. Okay, thank you. Okay,
All right,
me
so
out there looking crazy by
together.
myself.
D. Regis.
Y'all, you didn't get this one, y'all.
You know what? See, we went down together. That was
all right, Fred.
Right.
You are up, and this is just going to be a single question for you, sir. What category? Be very afraid.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
Let's go with Patterson, y'all. Let's, why not?
Hey.
Patterson is back up. All right. I like this one. I want you to tell us who wrote the poems in the film Patterson. Was it A, Ron Padgett? Was it B, Tyler Perry? Was it C, Amiri Baraka? Or was it D, Carolina De Rosa?
I'm going to go with. I want to go with A. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna go with A. Why not go with A? A sounds like A's been good to me.
It is still good to you, sir. You are correct.
Let's go.
All right, real group question category from you, sir.
Okay. Let's go with what was it? Folder.
Stuff folder.
Yep, let's get that.
All right, sounds good. Tell us what kinesthesia is more likely associated with. Is it A,
why can't I
cooking?
get that?
B, stretching? C, millennials sexting? Or D, reading news about Ghislaine Maxwell? I'm gonna have several C's.
Wow. Damn it, Gina. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say B.
You are
I
correct.
got you, bro. That's right. That's right. Go with. You
Nicely
see, I
done.
put. I
Oh,
was trying to tell you
Yes,
this. Like,
yes.
there you go.
hey, I got 2 points. I'm playing the number tomorrow.
You at 3 right now. All right, Clarity, you are
I'm gonna do one of Wise's numbers right there. What Brother Wise said. Oh, I remember that from in class. No, but I did the root word of it, that kinesthesia, whatever the fuck. I knew what that had to deal with from my cousin that do his physical therapy stuff. So I was like, oh, I know that's some shit with the body and
you
all
never know
that.
where
So
the info, the
I'm gonna go
knowledge is
with
going to be in your
stretching.
head. You just pick for it. All right, you're up.
See what I'm
You're up, Clarity.
saying?
What
Yes.
category for you?
The one that I'm gonna get right and not keep taking
Oh,
me
your fingers
down.
crossed. Go ahead.
Let's see. What didn't we say? Okay, we did the movie.
Yeah, Poet Scrambler we didn't do yet. IG Poet.
We didn't do that.
I think we did
Oh,
one from IG Poet. We did one.
I didn't told. Oh, okay. Let's go with the
Poet
scrambling.
Scrambler.
I didn't feel like we got a head start with that
Okay.
one half
So
of the
with this
night. So
question,
let's go.
I'm going to provide you with a word, and you're going to tell me
Oh shoot.
and create as many words that you can using the letters. So for the first one, I'm going to need you to create as many 3-letter words as you can out of the word that I'm going to give you. Okay?
You know what?
So the way this game is
And
played, is that you're going to have 15 seconds. I'm going to post a word in the chat. You'll have 15 seconds to look at that word and just start thinking about what words you can create from it. Then after the 15 seconds, I'll give you 60 seconds to type. So this is where your finger skills come in, to type the words in the text and separate them with a space or a comma. And then at the end of the 60 seconds, you're going to send the list of words, and we're going to count 1 point for every correct word. You guys understand the rules?
oh damn. Okay.
All
And
right.
you know I'm be working with like the 2 fingers here. Like okay. Oh damn.
Okay.
So you're putting the word up there, right? Like you did with the answers for us to see where to pick from, and I
Just like
just
that.
type the words from.
The word is
Okay, I
America.
see it. I see it up there.
How many
Oh,
3-letter
Oh, so
words?
3-letter.
3-letter. It has to be 3 letters. Can you create from the word America? 1 point for every
Okay.
correct answer. And I'm going to start the 15 seconds now.
Okay. 15.
To look and think, because it might be hard to type, think at the
Oh.
same time. Just to look at it, start thinking, and then to actually start
I
texting.
mean, that so sounded like he played me on the low, but I knew what you meant. I'm gonna go with it. Like she can't do 2 things at one time. I caught that. It's kind of hard to do. I'm gonna let that rock though, because I'm gonna let it. Like,
Slide
you
on.
just try to play me a little bit.
All right. So I'm going to start your 60 seconds so you can start texting. And at the end of this minute, you are going to hit send and we'll calculate. So right now, it's anybody's game. Let me just say, there was a potential here for 15 points.
Oh my lord.
We
Okay. Oh damn.
Is
Why you
this
said 3
all of us,
letters?
or is this just one
this is
person?
actually for all of you.
Oh,
No, Fred, don't do this to me.
oh shit!
Okay.
I thought it was just her too.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My apologies then. Oh, really? You're doing it to me too? Okay. Maybe I'm doing it to
Okay, so
myself.
then reset
Yeah.
the. Okay, so reset it to be fair. Not
right.
like I got a whole lot written down, but I'm just saying go ahead. Because I kind of didn't know.
As well? Okay. All right. I take full ownership. So you
Okay.
know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to give you another word.
Uh-oh.
Is that okay?
You know what?
Oh
You
shit.
just gonna have me delete my little partial list. See that? See that? Okay.
All right.
Hopefully that's a good thing. Okay.
All right. So here's the word. New word. All right, gentlemen, here we go. How many 4-letter words can you create from the word justice?
Oh. And you said 4?
4.
This is 4 letters? this
Yes. How many 4-letter
All right.
words?
thing?
All right.
Let me start
Giving you
writing.
some time to look at it.
Oh.
Look at it. Think about it. Create that mental list. Crack your knuckles. And now 60 seconds starts. Please start texting, but do not hit send until I say do so. You will let it flow. Just go.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know? Now you do. Shoop, shooby doo doo doo. 40 seconds. You got time.
Oh shoot!
This is mad disrespectful.
It's pretty much
25 seconds.
This is what. See, I left this stuff when I clocked out of the day on Friday. Like this is so not right. This is why you go on social media with an
10
alias so that the
seconds.
students can't find you and see that you don't know what you're doing.
I think I'm gonna go with 6. There's one I'm unsure about, but I think I'm gonna go
well
with
then
6.
you won already. Cause
I'm pretty sure the smart people out there are like, no.
Okay.
I didn't know it.
6-2.
Oh,
Okay, let's.
well, then
Yeah.
y'all got me already.
So-
I'm at
Yeah, they
4.
bust my score.
I had just cussed.
Yeah,
I
I
had
got you.
ISIS. I
Wait.
had
Oh, wait.
Just cussed?
like just 4-letter words, right? CUST.
Yeah, I got that.
Sight. Oh, my man just put them down there. Damn, ties. It's more than 6.
Yeah, I was just
Damn it.
about to say ties. Damn it.
It's more than ties. Ticks. I didn't get ticks.
Shit.
Damn it.
I got that. I had that.
That's a good point.
Me.
Okay. Give it to me, Real. What you got?
I only had 3, bro. I had just
What's your name?
Oh, I didn't get sis. Damn it. Wise.
and sis.
Shit.
Yep.
And Sue.
Oh, okay. That's a nice one. Yes.
I keep telling you, he
Oh, I
fresh
didn't even
off
think about
that
Sue.
master's knowledge right there.
Why
That's
is it
that
such a damn
grand
show off?
juicy. I know. The overachieving ass. See that?
All right. So that was
but
3.
you part of the invasion
Real?
too, bro.
Yeah, I only had 3, bro.
All right. And Fred, you had.
Damn it,
Go
why?
back up.
I had 6.
I see 6 here, but what were yours, Fred?
So mine was just
Yeah.
cussed, ISIS.
Okay.
Sight.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me go to justice.
How the hell I miss Q? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think the only ones I missed was tick.
I should have got that. off the
Ticks.
bat.
I didn't
See
have ticks.
Okay.
I had suit.
Yeah.
Cute. And well, how many is that? Is that
That's-
5 or 6?
That's 5 I got. Oh, did you say sight? You said
5.
sight, right?
Oh yes, I
Yep,
did.
that's your 6. Just, cussed, ices, sight, suit, and cute. Now, what? I gotta look this one up. What is a cussed? That was
I
not.
don't
that
know.
was-
I just went with custard. I just went with custard.
Good. I'ma
I
go
thought
with
of
it.
custard. Yeah, I went with custard. I'm like, custard. All right, custard got to be a thing.
All right. So
You
got
know
three,
what? And see,
5.
we gonna let him have poetic
At least
license,
he
but we
honest. At
gonna
least
go
he's
ahead.
honest. Give it up for the
Yes,
honesty.
yes. Always give it up for honest.
Y'all ain't never play Scrabble. Y'all
Why?
just like,
So you made it
oh, I'm
up.
gonna try this shit. If it go by, then nah.
Nah, 'cause
You
I-
was trying to let that one rock. I
in
was like,
Brooklyn, you can't do that. It's like spades. You get in a fight.
you renege?
You have
He
people
tried to throw
looking
that
up the
club
words and the dictionary. No, son, that ain't no word. Run that back.
In my defense, I said I got 5, but I think there's 6, but I don't think one is a word. I did say
There's
that.
5 in the possible.
Yeah, right. 5. Y'all know how it go. They taught me spades young. I accidentally cut my
He
partner
said,
who was a
"I'ma
grown ass
just,
man. He started cursing at me. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? I didn't know this shit was this
Yeah,
serious."
Oh, it is.
Oh yes, I made that
it
mistake
is.
and played with a serious person.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like damn.
So very nicely
You
done, y'all.
cutting spades.
Very, very nicely done. Well played game across the board. Give it up for yourselves one time. I wish we had more time. I really wish we had more time to do some more questions and vibe with the folks chilling with us in the chat. I hope they had fun. Did y'all have fun in the chat? I think so. They gave away some answers, and that's okay. I'll allow it. It's permissible. It's cool, especially when
Oh, why did
some
you
of
tell
the.
us what assist was?
Oh, I
Oh,
was using it, but
anti-chess.
that won't what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the other way you
I was thinking
use
of
sis, but
assist when you're
okay.
making something
No,
squirt.
Thank
assist.
you.
No, I know.
See,
Oh, you know
see,
that's
I
CYST.
was
I'm
in
over
the
your
health
medical
stuff.
background and shit.
That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
was
saying. I
thinking
was
of
doing the
it's
health thing.
CYST.
See,
It's
see.
That's that
CYST.
other sis.
Yeah, he right.
We you ain't had to correct me on the not solo
Yeah.
with that Frederick that I was saying the medical. I was just gonna rock with you with that. See, I let you have custard and all the others. Let's see that. See, you could let me rock with sis. I wasn't gonna do the spell check on the
I
sis.
gotta keep
I
it
was
real
trying to
though with
go with
y'all.
it.
I honestly always learn so much on every single episode. And you and that's coming up with the questions and doing all of this. I always learn something, even if I come up with the questions. I learned something from the guests about a category or a question, and that's always fun. Always good to live, to learn, to grow. So that's just another aspect of the show that I enjoy. Don't ever feel like you know what I mean, like a certain way if you don't get a question or something like that. I'm not sure that happened tonight, probably did not, but just yeah, it's that kind of vibe. We love, we laugh here, we learn. It just happens to come with the way the platform is built and set up. So yeah, it was a very well played game across the board. Had tons of fun. On the end of the program, I'm not gonna get to give you guys the rapid fire questions unless
Mm.
you'd say something to the contrary right now. I can ask you some rapid fire questions, which are really quick responses. Um,
I mean,
Go.
if
Go
you
for
want
it.
to give him a
Do it.
chance to come back, like you know what I
That's
mean.
right.
If you want
Go.
to give him a
Go.
chance,
That's right.
you
It's the fourth
know.
quarter. 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
LeBron got the
right.
ball.
Boom.
Let's go.
2 minute
Let's
drill.
go.
2 minute drill. I don't know how LeBron
Yeah.
and football go hand in hand, real, but yeah,
You
that's
know
cool.
what?
Cause my Apple Jack Daniels told me so.
and you listen.
See.
All right, so the rapid fire questions are not going to be for anybody to come back. You, Fred, my man, are our winner for tonight. The question,
With the
yeah,
I'm just
the
playing.
question would be like,
I'm just seeing. Okay.
it's kind of. So I thought about this question, and I feel like I need to ask another writing. So it's kind of a weird question, but here it is. What is the last body part you would want to write about?
Oh.
My belly.
My butthole. I got a rule. Nothing goes near my asshole, dog. Nothing. Sorry if that's too obscene. Nada.
It's
My
not too
eyes.
obscene. It's the direct answer that I wanted. Real, you said your belly. I
My belly. Straight up and down. That's too much to write about. It's too much to write about.
Dad buys it in. Real. Come on.
How about you, Clarity? Have you ever thought about this?
Oh no, I don't sit and ponder. I just felt like saying something. Now I'm like, I'm gonna erase what I put up in there. My little safe answer. Oh my eyes. I'm gonna just leave it with
They
eyes
probably
because
put glue and shit.
I actually
You
have
sure want
very
to write about the
beautiful.
Oscars?
Ooh, I like
Somebody
that
hitting up
wise.
commenting.
Clarity's
You know what, real see. This what happens being with family members. See that?
yeah.
See
The
See what
that?
I
love is
mean?
real.
Best.
Look what
The
Bob
love is
See,
did.
real. Yes, yes.
see, I can't stand them. See that?
Oh man, I
See.
appreciate y'all so much, yo. My heart feels absolutely full. Before we go, real quick, I just want to take a second. If you're within listening distance, if you can hear my voice, I want to lift you up wherever you are listening to this show from. I want to remind you that you were born enough. You woke up enough today. And whatever you are going through right now, not yesterday, right now, you can pull through it with your head up high. Do not give up. I want to do a quick recap because it was a thrilling episode. through and through. Obviously, we learned so much more about these amazing artists. Please follow them on Instagram to check out their work, see what they've got going on. Um, this is pure fun celebrating poets, and that's what the platform was for. The mission tonight was to chill, relax, and vibe, and that's exactly what we did. Our incredible guests kept it all the way 100 with the real Freddie Rock and Clarity. So I want to thank again the Ink Magazine for making tonight's prize possible. Freddie will be featured in the Ink Magazine in the November issue. So make sure you stay tuned. Yes, for that. Congratulations.
And you were saying a lot, man. But I want to shout out to you.
Thank you, brother.
First of all, this very dope and different platform. It's truly, it was very entertaining. And I think part of for some people who don't listen to poetry, sometimes and no offense to us poets, but sometimes they get bored. And I think the trivia really made it a lot of fun. It made it competitive, and it had everybody really into it. So I appreciate you for this, because it's definitely a dope, different way to expose poetry and to get everyone involved. So I appreciate the opportunity,
No doubt,
and
man.
I'm pretty sure on behalf of Real and Mo Clarity, this is super dope, and I will be tuned in.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that very much. It's about creating. We are creative people. So hearing from another creative soul like yourself, brother, with that feedback, let me know that the program is constructive in more ways than one. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Yes. Once again, that is our winner, Freddie Rock. Made possible by the Ink Magazine. Check out his work. It's going to be featured in Spilled Ink in that section in November. If you would like to sponsor a prize here on the Pod Poets Lounge, you can email the PodPoets Lounge at gmail.com. No space, no hyphen, no underscores, and we will get back to you. We love the opportunity to showcase other companies like MF Products UK, and just continue to offer something unique and special to our listeners. Thank you all, everyone, for hanging out. As always, I hope you had a fun time. $ Knockwell Poetry is where you can donate to support this platform. If you're interested in being a guest, again, sponsorship, or you want to promote your brand with us, send us that email or a DM. Listen wherever and whenever you get your podcast. Or you can just vibe live right here, October.
Let me tell you something.
For some more
This dude right
word, power, and sound at the Pod Poets Lounge. Thanks once again to our special guests for stopping by. Salute to them one more time. And
Salute
again,
to you.
thank you, love. Real and Clarity and Fred, if there's anything else that you haven't mentioned that you'd like to just tell the folks about real quick, please do so. The mic is yours.
I just want to say that this is dope, and for those, I've known Naquel a long time, and this show pretty much represents him to a T. In every level, it's smooth, it's insightful.
I was gonna say that.
All of that, like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm over here like,
you don't make me blush, man.
Like that. I'm just saying, bro. It's like, yo, he's smooth. Like, I wish I could be as smooth as he is, and this show is a proof of that. I'm just glad to have been on it.
He got that vibe like Nathan, don't he? He put you in mind of Nate a little bit, right? Yeah.
Somebody right out their panties, and they won't even know.
Out they draw. I actually met him through you. I'm over here glad. Sway in the morning. He got nothing on you. He got the intros. He got the product drops. I'm sitting here like,
Yeah.
Y'all are lifting me way
Come
up,
on.
and this program, I
Facts,
appreciate it.
facts.
And
He
trust me, in,
he had it all going. And the claps came out. I'm like at the appropriate
Yes.
time. You know, sometimes you time that shit the wrong way. You like, oh, that's awkward. That's
Like,
awkward. Why
oops.
y'all niggas clapping? And I oop.
Yeah.
anything can happen.
But yeah,
For
No, I
real.
appreciate that,
yeah,
man.
dope
And a
as
little
yeah.
tidbit, I'm gonna throw in a little something to share with the
Yeah, yo.
people. I just thought of something listening to Real run down everything. Because, like I said, I met you through him, but then I just thought of something else too. We never put it out, but so maybe I'm putting us all on the spot. But there was a piece. Remember, I don't know who started the challenge first, whatever it is, but nonetheless, I know Real and I went back and forth on something. He contributed a part. And then I actually sent it to Naquo. Do you remember that? And
Yes.
we never like joined them all together, but I still have what you sent in to me and contributed.
Mm,
And then I
I
have Real's
remember.
piece
Yeah, I
too.
do remember. I forgot what the concept was that we're writing about.
I forgot what the hell the concept was
I'm
too,
gonna be
what we were
honest.
but
I played football and smoke a lot of weed. I do not remember.
that's sure you gonna plead the fifth on that.
Yeah,
Well, what
yeah,
we
I
gonna
played the
do
fifth.
when I remember what it is, I'm gonna send it to Freddie because now I feel like I can't have bro left out. We gonna go ahead and send that on to you when I
Oh,
remember
I
what the hell
appreciate
it
you too. I
was.
appreciate you.
Because
Right.
I am sitting there like, what was the
right,
piece though?
right,
Because
right.
Real was known for that. He used to do that a lot when, especially when I very first met him, sitting there throwing out
It just comes
something
together.
on up here, and we like,
And,
I'm gonna write my
and,
part back too. No, shoot it back. I need it tonight. We like, damn it, shit. Okay, this what I said, and okay,
I know
yeah,
the vibe
he was
for
good.
sure. In fact, one of my fellow poets here, who him and I were members of a poetry group that formed in Hempstead in Long Island, back around
Oh,
2000,
shout out to
hey,
yeah, around
Hempstead.
2004 or so. Called the I
shit, I
Am
was 14
Poetry Group.
years old. Okay, go ahead.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we was doing.
He's like,
Go ahead.
Make me rub my gray beard
Shit.
here. Nah, I ain't got no gray hair. But back
I know that's
then,
right. I deny my
we
gray.
was doing very similar things, the concepts, and just coming together. When it's like when minds come together, pens come together, beautiful things happen. And I really consider the vibe tonight between what your pen has done to lead you to write what you shared tonight. I think it's dope. I think it's beautiful, and again, just a testament to how much I enjoyed and was so honored, and what a pleasure it really was having you each on the show, evidenced by the smile on my face. Please stay safe, stay positive,
See, there he go
have a
again.
good night, and take good
See,
care.
there you go. There you go again.
He a whole
And
show. I
love.
love it. He a whole show.
from real, for real. It's like okay. I'm gonna
I
just get
love
a
it.
whole. We just gonna get a whole recording of him, and I'm gonna just pull out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
whatever
we
it
just got
is
to.
type of day I'm facing. Okay, I'm gonna hit,
Whenever I
press
got a
this one
bad
right
day, I'm just
here.
gonna punch it in. That's it.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let me just play track number 3. Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
like, yo,
need
y'all
this
need a
piece
host.
right here.
I know somebody who can host. I know
Holla.
somebody who can host.
Pretty much.
Appreciate the
And get the
love,
Right,
yo.
plugs
right.
in there for the product.
Y'all are the realest,
Yo,
man.
I don't even
appreciate
drink
y'all so
coffee
much,
like
Got
that,
it.
yo.
but I'm a this was very fun. I really did need this
It
because
was.
there's
It was
That's
dope.
what I
some
love to
things
hear.
going on. This was
That's what I
fun.
love to hear.
This was
Truly.
really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you tune in and out. This entire time I've been tuned
Yeah.
in, and like I said,
Yes,
it's all
facts.
about right. It's all about keeping the audience's attention and things like that, and doing more for your platform. And I do appreciate this. It's definitely something. It's an enjoy, and not to say other platforms aren't enjoyable, but it keeps you involved. And Real and Wise, they do their thing with the Malcolm and the Martin and Malcolm
Yeah.
experience, which is
I was
first
trying
of
to
all,
remember the other thing they had going too. I was sure gonna write it in here, and
oh,
I said
the
I was on the brain
Yeah,
Wednesdays,
we do
the
fart
it Friday
Wednesdays,
Talk
mornings.
yeah,
dirty.
We do it Friday
yeah,
with the
mornings.
other guy.
Talk dirty.
Yeah,
because
talk dirty.
Is that the
COVID
one
got
with the other dude with the blue,
COVID got sexual
cigarette
frustrations
dude?
through the roof and shit.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah, yeah.
Big facts.
And
Not for
I
me,
just
but for
want to
other people. I ain't
say,
mad at y'all.
I
Thank you,
I just want to
Wise.
publicly say
That's
to the bro Wise, thank you for bringing me back because I was
That's what's
done.
up.
This is like this. this entire process for me is like a
Iron
test.
sharpens
Bars.
I
iron.
was
You
done with
right.
poetry.
You right.
Yeah.
Because I
I
went
Yes.
mean,
through that phase a couple of times. You right about that. You
yeah, I was like, man,
definitely
fuck that shit. I'm
revived
gonna give me a
something.
regular job, call myself poet, and live my life. Um, you know,
Legends. Legends.
yeah.
But ain't it true how you can run, but you cannot hide from your purpose?
Mm.
Yeah. See what I'm
So
saying? He make even the simple stuff. You
Right,
like,
right,
yeah.
right. You
Do
can
I
run, but you can't
clap to
hide from your
that,
Now,
or
purpose.
are we
now,
I'm
Cole
about to
been
talking?
here
start running down
before.
the block and shit. I see my purpose right now, yo.
Now,
I'm
Cole
running.
been here before. I'm telling you.
so listen, y'all.
Facts.
Um,
Yes, he has.
again, my
Yes.
heart is truly full. I asked y'all to hang out with me for 2 hours. You gave me so much more than that. You gave me
Oh,
so much more than that. Um,
You deserve that much more,
thank you,
man.
man. Thank you,
you
brother.
you
I
really do,
appreciate it.
because you give so much of
I
yourself
appreciate
to
it.
people.
I
This is so why
appreciate it.
COVID
Thank
got to
you.
hurry up and just go the
Means
hell
so
away.
much.
We need to do something with
So
COVID
with that
because we need to do something.
said, let's continue to rock out. I'm gonna play some jams. You guys can drop
Uh-oh.
off the call, but you can stay
Uh-oh.
connected and jam out. I'm gonna just play some tunes and call it a night, y'all. Thank you again. Peace and love. A lot of sunshine, a pen, a pad, a story in my cup. What gets you up? If it's coffee, then right now you can save on your next bag of authentic Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, known for its delicious flavor and rich aroma. We are thrilled to have Blue Mountain Products UK as an official sponsor of the PodPoets Lounge. Their partnership with local Jamaican farmers and families is strengthening and vitalizing the local economy of the Blue Mountain District, while bringing the best tasting coffee from the hills of Jamaica to you, our loyal listeners. Right now, during the month of October, Pod Poets listeners can get a 15% discount when they use the discount code POET30 at mfproducts.co.uk. Experience the balance and smooth taste when you catch the Pod Poets Lounge every other Saturday from 7 to 9 Eastern Time. You don't want to miss these dope poets. Remember to follow our guest artists from tonight's show so you can support, and get inspired by clarity. The Real and tonight's winner, Frederick, Phillips. Be here live October 24th for more words, powers, and the beautiful sounds from the Pod Poets Lounge. Carl